It's here from Pop Turn to speak to Pyper Braun about Imaginary, which is going to be in theaters March 8th this Friday. Welcome to the show. Thanks so much for your time.
Thank you.
I mean, this is the last couple of weeks for you have probably just been crazy, and congratulations. The movie is coming out. People are going to be able to see it in theaters. How exciting has this overall process been for you, Pyper?
Oh, the overall process has been tiring, but also very exciting and new. And I mean, it's coming out in 48 hours, and the world is going to get to see the project.
Yeah, 48
and I'm going
hours.
to watch it. I'm going to watch it for the fourth time now in the theaters with my friends.
And the theater experience is just the best, right? With like the sound and everything.
Yeah,
it's really an experience.
And then it's like dark in the movie theater.
Yeah, because you've been on TV shows, and you've been on like TV shows that are on Nickelodeon, on cable, and on Netflix, and now this. It's all storytelling, but there's something about the movie theaters, right?
I know, that just makes it so much better.
I know.
And it's like you get to see yourself on this huge screen, and then when it's like your single face, you're like, it's.
I know, it's so crazy. And I kind of want to go back a little bit. I want to know kind of about the audition process, because audition process, like the audition for different things, different projects are going to be different depending on the project. Maybe you know a lot. Like, what did you know about Imaginary? What was the audition process like for this film?
Well, actually, I was working on my Nickelodeon show at the time when I got the audition, and my agent and manager knew I wanted to be in a horror movie for a very long time. It was a good goal of mine.
It's a great goal to have.
Yeah. And so I self-taped, and then I got a call back the next week later, which is already a win. And then I got to go to the Blumhouse office, which was extra fun. And I got to meet Jeff Wadlow, our director. And then I found out a couple weeks later I got the job.
Amazing. So you knew. So did you know it was Imaginary, or was it like Blumhouse Horror Movie? Like, did you know what the movie was?
I did.
Okay.
I did know, and it was called something else.
Okay, but you knew what it was, because sometimes they don't really tell you much either. You just get your scenes and you just read them, and then you find out what it is. You mentioned
I knew a little bit.
Yeah, 100%. So it's interesting because, say, a big goal of yours to be in a horror movie. Like I said, that's like the best goal ever, because it's my favorite genre. Yeah. And it is such a big popular genre these days, Pyper. And I'm just curious, like, what is it like working on a horror movie, knowing that there is such a big appetite, there is a popularity with this genre?
Oh. So this is like one of my most asked questions. I get a lot, which I love. And working on a horror movie isn't as scary.
Mm.
But because, like, the jump scares aren't the jump scares. You can see the fog machine and the fan. But you know what is scary? The scariest part of filming this specific horror movie was we were in New Orleans, and it was haunted there. So maybe the set was haunted a little bit.
I find it also funny too, because I've interviewed a lot of actors from some of my favorite horror movies. And like you said, sometimes when you're doing the scene, you're not thinking about it being scary, and then there's kind of like, you know, green screens or maybe effects afterwards. But I just find it funny, like how I'll talk about like the scariest horror movies, and then the actor who's in that scary horror movie, that actor cannot watch scary movies. Like, they get scared of scary movies. I find that the funniest thing.
Yeah. I have never watched any other horror movie in my entire life. So Imaginary is my first horror movie, and it is currently my favorite.
And it's the first horror movie you've watched that you're in.
And plus I'm in it, so that was extra exciting.
I know. You got to work with such an amazing cast, specifically, you know, DeWanda Wise. Like, what was that like working with everyone specifically on this film?
Okay, I think DeWanda is my, like, adult spirit animal. She's fun, she's exciting, and she's a little bit funny, and her laugh is the best. And the rest of my cast was fantastic. And Taegen Burns, who plays my sister, I do not have a sister of my own. I have two older brothers. So we kind of became best friends on set. We did a lot of stuff off set together, like shopping and getting ice cream.
And was it like, it's interesting too, because you're on set with all these people and you're working. And while you're working, you're also learning, you know what I mean? Whether you've been on a set one time or thousands of times, there's always learning experiences. So I kind of was curious, like specifically whether it was from, DeWanda or the director, Jeff, like what were some advice you were given that you like on Imaginary that you took for your career, like in regards to like storytelling and acting specifically?
Well, something very special to me and important to me, Tom, and Taegen, Tom Payne, who plays my dad.
Yeah.
And we would talk about our characters since we were supposed to play family. We talked about our backstories and how our characters are like this and how they intertwine. So, and then that really helped us just connect as a family.
Yeah.
And just work and be so comfortable with each other.
100%. And again, did it help also like Country Comfort and Aaron and Aaron? Like you've worked with a family before, right? But this is a different family. This is a family that might be kind of tormented by imaginary friends.
Yeah. I personally just love people.
Yep.
So I'm a people person. So working with people is just extra exciting, and I'm just an outgoing kid already.
For sure.
So.
And we got the details about the offset with Taegen and the ice cream and everything, but I want to dive in a little bit more. Any fun on-set stories that you could share? Any pranks? Anything on the top of your head? I mean, you're working on a horror movie, so I feel like the pranks on set might be plentiful at this point, to be honest with you.
Okay, so I've talked about this before, but I have the mock-up version of Chauncey, my imaginary teddy bear friend.
Mm-hmm.
And Jeff Wadlow, our director, gave him to me. And I thought it would be funny to hide him around set and in my dressing room. My wardrobe guy, CJ, who would come in and take my clothes at night, would hide him so I could find him in the morning. And then I would hide him for him to find. And it got really elevated by the end of it. But I have another story, and on our main wardrobe person, Yulin.
Yep.
She was going through her wardrobe during set, and she had racks and racks of jewelry that she let me look through, and I got to keep some of it. And then on the last day, she had a confetti cannon in one of the boxes, and I popped it, and confetti went everywhere.
Were there any pranks too to add to that? And did people just take Chauncey and just like place him in certain trailers? Did any of that happen?
Oh my gosh.
That's what I would have done.
100%. Chauncey specifically, he had a handler. So yeah. And he was kept in a box, which was his napping area.
Because I would have. There's so many things in this movie, and so many props and so many things that are terrifying in the movie. Like with Chauncey, like I would have just like put them in people's dressing rooms, and they'd be like, "Oh my god, where did that come from?" Well,
they don't let us play with the props.
No, 100%. Or like get like a mock-up or something. I don't know.
Well, yeah.
I'm just saying. If even if it wasn't a real, I would be pretty scared if I went to my trailer and there was like a version of Chauncey or just like a teddy bear just sitting there. It's like, who put this?
Yeah, there? I actually put Fonzie, which is my mock-up version of Chauncey. Fake Chauncey is what it stands for. Fake Chauncey, Fonzie. And I actually put him in Taegen's room a couple times. And I put him in her closet in her like wardrobe bag, so like she would open it and like be scared because
Fonzie was there. Does Fonzie have? I feel like someone needs to make him an Instagram account. I feel like someone needs to make Fonzie fake Chauncey an Instagram account.
And then like I need to like take him everywhere with me, and then I'll like put him out, but like at my window, and then
there'll be all these collab posts with the Pyper Braun account and the Fonzie account. It'll be great.
And I'll be like, Chauncey, what are you doing in New York?
I think we're onto something. I think there might be some Fonzie Instagram and TikTok account soon. But Imaginary is going to be in theaters. You said 48 hours, March 8th. I'm
gonna have to learn how to make an Instagram account first. I'm a little young for Instagram.
Yes, but I'm sure there's someone that will make one. And it
My
will be
mom
amazing.
does my Instagram.
Absolutely. And they can follow you on that account at Pyper Braun, correct?
Yes.
Awesome. There's going to be, I'm sure, a lot of behind the scenes and a lot of crazy stuff as well. And again, the movie is coming out March 8th. Imaginary Blumhouse Horror Movies. Piper,
Yes.
so great chatting with you. Thank you so much for your time.
Thank you. Go watch Imaginary. Don't be scared.
You might be scared.
Be brave. Be brave. Face your childhood fears.
Awesome. Well, this has been Pop Turnitive. YouTube.com/Pop Turnitive. For previous episodes, you can catch Pyper Braun in Imaginary in theaters March 8th, the new Blumhouse Horror Movie. Until next time, it's Pyper and p.g.a signing off.
Thank you for tuning in to Pop Turnitive. Make sure to check out our past episodes of Pop Turnitive on YouTube.
This has been an Autograph Communications production.